Have you ever walked into someone's house and noticed that unpleasant smell, wondering where it came from? Or even worse, have you caught yourself thinking if your own home has a strange odor you can't quite pinpoint? Many of us associate smelly houses with a general lack of hygiene, but the truth is that, especially among the elderly, there are very specific habits that unintentionally transform a cozy home into an environment with undesirable smells. Get ready to unravel the mysteries behind these odors and discover how to avoid them, ensuring a fresh and pleasant environment for you and your family. In this video, we're going to explore 7 surprising things that seniors often unknowingly do that contribute to bad odors in their homes. Stay with us until the end to understand each of these habits, and most importantly, learn how to combat them simply and effectively. If you're concerned about the well-being of your loved ones or want to ensure your own home is always a haven of freshness, this content is for you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment on what you thought of the tips. Your interaction is very important to us. Chapter 1. They let trash accumulate for too long. One of the most common reasons for bad odors in homes, especially those of the elderly, is the accumulation of trash for extended periods. Often, difficulty with mobility, lack of motivation, or even forgetfulness lead to waste not being disposed of with the necessary frequency. Food scraps, packaging, and other organic materials begin to decompose quickly, releasing gases and foul odors that spread throughout all rooms of the house, impregnating fabrics and furniture, creating a truly unpleasant environment. The kitchen is, without a doubt, the epicenter of this problem. Overflowing trash cans with fruit peels, meal leftovers, and perishable food packaging are an invitation for bacteria and fungi. Even with sealed trash bags, the fermentation of these organic materials generates a sour and heavy smell that can be noticed as soon as you enter the room. It's crucial to empty the kitchen trash daily, especially if there are food scraps, to prevent this source of odor from settling in. Besides the kitchen, bathroom trash also significantly contributes to the problem. Used adult diapers, sanitary pads, and other personal hygiene waste should be disposed of immediately. Keeping these items in open trash cans or for days on end in the bathroom, even if small, causes an unbearable and persistent odor. The humidity in the bathroom further enhances the proliferation of bacteria, intensifying the bad smell and making the environment unhealthy for residents and visitors. Another point to consider is dry and recyclable waste. Although it doesn't decompose in the same way as organic waste, plastic and cardboard packaging can accumulate dust and, in some cases, retain small food residues, like sauce remnants in milk cartons. The excessive accumulation of these materials in bags or boxes inside the house, waiting for collection, can also create a stale or stuffy smell. It's important to compact these materials and, if possible, store them in well-ventilated areas until disposal. To combat this habit, the solution involves creating a more efficient disposal routine. Encouraging family or caregivers to help with daily trash removal, especially organic waste, is fundamental. Using lidded trash cans, lining bins with strong plastic bags, and, if possible, keeping kitchen and bathroom trash cans in well-ventilated areas can minimize negative effects. Small acts of regular disposal make a huge difference in the air quality inside the house, keeping the environment clean and fresh-smelling. Chapter 2. They forget to wash bed linens and towels. The hygiene of bed linens and towels is essential for maintaining a fresh home environment free of unpleasant odors. However, it's common for seniors, whether due to fatigue, forgetfulness, or difficulty in performing tasks, to neglect the regular washing of these items. Sheets, pillowcases, blankets, and towels accumulate dead skin cells, sweat, body oils, and, in some cases, bodily fluids, becoming a fertile ground for the proliferation of bacteria and fungi, which are the main culprits of bad odors. Bed linens, in direct contact with the body during long hours of sleep, absorb a lot of moisture and organic residues. If not changed and washed frequently, these materials decompose, releasing a rancid and, at times, even ammonia-like odor. The feeling of lying in a bed with fresh sheets is unparalleled, and the lack of this basic hygiene can impact not only the sense of smell, but also sleep quality and skin health. The general recommendation is to change bed linens at least once a week, or more frequently in hot climates or in cases of night sweats. Towels used to dry the body after bathing also deserve special attention. The moisture retained in the fabric fibers creates an ideal environment for the growth of mold and bacteria, which produce a characteristic musty or sour smell. It's crucial that towels dry completely after use, ideally in a well-ventilated area, and are washed every 2 or 3 days, depending on the frequency of use. Damp towels left in laundry baskets for long periods are a guaranteed source of bad odors in the bathroom and throughout the house. In addition to washing frequency, how these items are cared for also influences the odor. Using good quality powder or liquid detergent, and occasionally adding a little white vinegar during the rinse cycle can help eliminate residues and persistent odors. Complete drying is equally important. Whether air drying on a clothesline or using a dryer, ensuring that the items are completely dry before being stored prevents the proliferation of microorganisms and the emergence of unpleasant smells. Encouraging seniors to maintain a routine of changing and washing bed linens and towels can be a challenge, but it's fundamental for household hygiene. Offering help with these tasks, creating a simple visual schedule, or using laundry services can be effective alternatives. Prioritizing the cleanliness of these items not only improves the smell of the house, but also contributes to the health and well-being of the residents, promoting a more pleasant and healthy environment for everyone. Chapter 3. They neglect cleaning appliances. Cleaning appliances is a task that is often underestimated but has a direct impact on air quality and odors in a house, especially when it comes to elderly residences. Refrigerators and microwaves in particular can become sources of bad smells if not regularly sanitized. Food residues, spills, and internal moisture create an environment conducive to the growth of bacteria and mold, which release unpleasant and persistent odors, impregnating the environment. The refrigerator is one of the biggest culprits when it comes to bad smells. Expired or spoiled food, poorly sealed containers, and liquid spills can go unnoticed, especially if the senior's eyesight isn't very good, or if there's difficulty reaching higher or deeper shelves. These residues decompose, releasing a sour and rotten smell that contaminates all other food and spreads throughout the kitchen. It's essential to do a deep clean of the refrigerator every 2 weeks, removing all items and cleaning surfaces with water and mild soap. The microwave, in turn, accumulates food splatters that, when repeatedly heated, burn and release a strong and unpleasant smell. These residues, if not removed immediately, can become encrusted and even harder to clean, perpetuating the bad odor with each new use. The moisture generated by heating food can also favor mold growth in corners and crevices, contributing to a stuffy and rancid smell. A simple wipe with a damp cloth after each use can prevent the problem. Besides the refrigerator and microwave, other appliances can also contribute to bad smells. Dishwashers, if not cleaned regularly, can accumulate food scraps and grease, resulting in a stagnant water or rotten odor. Ovens and stovetops with burned food residues also release strong and unpleasant smells when used. It's important to remember that external cleaning of these appliances is not enough. Internal sanitization is crucial to eliminate odor sources. To help seniors keep these appliances clean, it's important to establish a simple and accessible cleaning routine. Offering to help with regular cleaning, especially of the refrigerator, which requires more effort, can be very valuable. Using specific cleaning products for each appliance and teaching simple tricks like placing a container with water and lemon in the microwave to loosen dirt can make the task easier. Keeping appliances clean not only eliminates odors, but also extends their lifespan and ensures a more hygienic environment in the kitchen. Chapter 4. They don't ventilate rooms properly. Ventilation is a crucial factor for air quality in any home, and the lack of adequate ventilation is one of the main reasons for senior homes to develop stuffy and unpleasant smells. Rooms closed for long periods accumulate odors from cooking, sweat, mold, and even cleaning products, which become trapped in the air and impregnate furniture, curtains, and upholstery. Air renewal is essential to dissipate these odors and bring freshness into the home, but it is often neglected. In many senior homes, windows remain closed most of the time, whether for security reasons, fear of cold, convenience, or simply forgetfulness. However, stagnant air favors the concentration of indoor pollutants, such as dust particles, pet dander, and even chemical substances released by household products. This lack of circulation not only contributes to bad smells, but can also affect the respiratory health of residents, increasing the incidence of allergies and pulmonary problems. Bedrooms and bathrooms are rooms that require special attention. A bedroom that is not ventilated daily accumulates body odors, sleep odors, and odors from bed fabrics. Similarly, bathrooms without adequate ventilation retain moisture after showering, creating a perfect environment for the growth of mold and mildew, which have a characteristic earthy or rotten smell. Opening windows and doors for a few minutes every day, especially in the morning, is a simple but extremely effective measure to renew the air. The situation can be even more critical in homes with little sun exposure. Dark and humid environments tend to have a higher concentration of mold and a more pronounced stale or musty smell. Sunlight, in addition to helping dry out moisture, has natural antibacterial properties, aiding in the elimination of odor-causing microorganisms. If possible, opening curtains and blinds during the day to allow natural light to enter is also an excellent practice. To improve ventilation in senior homes, it's important to create the habit of airing out rooms daily. If there are security concerns, windows can be opened just a crack or only when a caregiver is present. The use of fans or exhaust fans in bathrooms and kitchens can also help air circulation. Additionally, air purifying plants can be a good addition, helping to absorb toxins and release oxygen, contributing to a fresher and more pleasant environment. Prioritizing ventilation is fundamental to ward off bad odors and ensure a healthy home. Chapter 5. They ignore leaks and humidity. One of the invisible and most potent enemies in combating bad odors in homes, especially those of the elderly, is excessive humidity and unrepaired leaks. Often, a small drip under the sink, a damp spot on the wall, or mold appearing in humid corners are ignored or unnoticed, quickly turning into big problems. Constant humidity creates the perfect environment for the proliferation of mold and mildew, which are the biggest causes of that characteristic moldy or wet earth smell that permeates the air and fabrics. Leaks in plumbing, roofs, or even wall infiltrations are continuous sources of moisture. Water that seeps into the house's structures, such as drywall, wood, and insulation, becomes stagnant, allowing fungi to grow unchecked. The smell of mold is not just unpleasant, it's an indicator of a potentially larger health problem, as mold spores can cause allergies, respiratory problems, and even infections, especially in elderly individuals with weakened immune systems. Bathrooms and kitchens are the most susceptible rooms to humidity and mold problems due to constant water usage. Showers with poor sealing, leaking sinks, tiles with deteriorated grout, and a lack of adequate ventilation combine to create a humid and conducive environment. Mold manifests as dark spots on walls, ceilings, and grout, releasing an earthy and musty odor that spreads to neighboring rooms, making the entire house smell unhealthy. Early identification and repair of leaks are crucial. However, seniors may have difficulty noticing these problems, whether due to decreased vision, hearing, or mobility to check hard-to-reach areas. A stain on the ceiling, a bucket constantly placed under a pipe, or a persistent moldy smell in a specific corner are warning signs that should not be ignored. Prompt intervention by a family member or professional can prevent a small leak from turning into significant and costly damage. To combat humidity and mold, in addition to repairing leaks, it's essential to ensure good ventilation and natural light. Dehumidifiers can be helpful in very humid environments. Cleaning visible mold with specific products or a bleach and water solution, always with care and ventilation, can help, but the definitive solution is to remove the source of the humidity. Keeping the house dry and leak-free is the key to eliminating mold smell and ensuring a healthy and fresh environment for seniors. Chapter 6. They use expired or ineffective cleaning products. The selection and use of appropriate and in-date cleaning products are fundamental to ensuring effective sanitization and, consequently, warding off bad odors from a house. However, it's common for seniors, due to lack of knowledge, economy, or simply forgetfulness, to use expired products, incorrectly diluted ones, or those not appropriate for the purpose, which results in ineffective cleaning. What was supposed to be a solution ends up not removing dirt and bacteria, perpetuating the bad smell. Cleaning products, just like food, have expiration dates. Over time, their chemical components can degrade, losing potency and the ability to disinfect, degrease, or perfume. Using an expired disinfectant, for example, will not guarantee the elimination of bacteria and fungi, which are largely responsible for unpleasant odors in bathrooms and kitchens. Instead of cleaning, these products may only mask the problem for a short period, or worse, have no effect at all, leaving environments dirty and foul-smelling. In addition to validity, the method of use is crucial. Diluting concentrated products in wrong proportions, using insufficient quantities, or mixing incompatible substances, which can be dangerous, are common errors that compromise cleaning effectiveness. A true diluted detergent won't remove grease from the sink, and a multi-purpose cleaner used incorrectly won't effectively clean surfaces, allowing dirt and germs to accumulate and release odors over time, leaving the house uncared for. Another important point is the suitability of the product for the surface or type of dirt. Using only bleach for everything, for example, may not be the best solution for removing accumulated grease or stains on fabrics. Each type of dirt and surface requires a specific product for effective cleaning. Abrasive products on delicate surfaces can cause damage, while very mild products on heavy dirt simply won't do the necessary job, leaving residues that can smell bad. To avoid this problem, it's essential to educate seniors or their caregivers about the importance of checking product expiration dates and following usage instructions. Buying good quality and specific products for each task may seem like a higher cost, but it ensures efficient and long-lasting cleaning. Familiarizing oneself with the types of products, disinfectants, degreasers, glass cleaners, etc., and their correct applications will make a big difference in maintaining a fresh and pleasant-smelling house, free of unwanted odors. Chapter 7. They leave pets without proper hygiene. Pets are wonderful companions and bring much joy to the lives of seniors, but if their hygiene is neglected, they can become a significant source of bad smells in the house. Dirty fur, uncleaned urine and feces, and even the animal's own body odor can impregnate furniture, carpets, and the air, creating an environment with a characteristic and often strong smell. Maintaining pet hygiene is as important as cleaning the house for a fresh home. Animal fur accumulates dust, dirt, natural oils, and even food residues. If bathing isn't regular and brushing isn't frequent, these residues decompose and release a rancid odor, especially in long-haired breeds. Additionally, dogs and cats can shed dead fur around the house, which mixes with dust and forms fur balls that retain odors. A routine of baths and brushing helps keep the fur clean and reduces shedding, lessening the source of bad smells. Cat litter boxes and dog training pads, if not cleaned and changed frequently, are a terrible source of odors. Animal urine and feces are rich in ammonia and other compounds that, upon decomposing, release a pungent and unbearable smell that quickly spreads throughout the house. It's essential to remove waste daily and deeply clean litter boxes and disposal areas regularly using specific products to neutralize odors. Pet dental health also impacts the smell of the house. Animals with excessive tartar or periodontal diseases can have very strong and unpleasant breath, which contaminates the environment, especially when they interact with their owners or furniture. Furthermore, health problems such as skin, ear, or anal gland infections can also cause specific and intense odors that spread throughout the house. Regular veterinary visits are essential to identify and treat these issues. To ensure pets are a source of joy and not bad smells, it's crucial to establish a hygiene routine that includes regular baths, daily brushing, frequent cleaning of litter boxes/training pads, and attention to the animal's overall health. If the senior has difficulty caring for the pet, help from family members, caregivers, or pet grooming services can be a solution. A clean and healthy animal directly contributes to a fresh and pleasant home environment without those unwanted doggy smells. Conclusion: we've reached the end of our journey, unraveling the mysteries behind unwanted odors in seniors' homes. We saw that trash accumulation, failure to change bed linens and towels, neglect of appliance cleaning, lack of ventilation, ignoring leaks, improper use of cleaning products, and inadequate pet hygiene are the 7 actions that contribute to that characteristic and uncomfortable smell. Small changes in habit and attention to these details can make a huge difference in air quality and the well-being of everyone who lives in or visits these homes. We hope the tips presented in this video are useful for you and your loved ones, helping to transform any environment into a fresh, clean, and welcoming space. Remember that a pleasant-smelling environment is not just a matter of comfort, but also of health and quality of life. If you enjoyed the content and learned something new, please like this video, subscribe to the channel to not miss the next videos, and comment below which of these tips you found most important or if you have any other suggestions to share. Your participation is valuable to us,